Hello. So today we're going to work on a practice that's going to open up our hips and loosen up our low back. Lots of emphasis on those two items as well as the rest of the body. A little bit of ab work, a little bit of a shoulder opener. But first we're going to loosen up those hips. So I want you to sit up nice and tall, cross your legs in front of you. If you'd like to sit up taller, you can always place a pillow underneath so that it's comfortable to sit up with a nice straight spine. I always think that feels really good. Or you can always place that pillow underneath both knees, one pillow here, one pillow there, if it's uncomfortable for your knees to be in this position. Or just bring your feet out a little bit farther, whatever works. Start cross-legged, sit up nice and tall, bring your hands to your knees, close your eyes, and simply inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. In through the nose and out through the nose. Think about rooting down with your sits bones and reaching with the crown of your head. And just be present right now. Be aware of the sensations going on in your body. And then slowly open your eyes. We're just going to do some trunk circles. So slowly rotate around. You don't have to go down too far. Wherever your hips will allow you to go, here's totally fine. Just think about bringing your shoulders back as you rotate, opening up the hips and the low back. And then we'll switch direction. Bring the chest near to the ground as you can. Shoulders back. Just loosening up the hips. One more. Let's return to center. Place your left hand on the ground. Bring your right arm up straight. Reach, 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 and slowly walk those fingertips out. Bend that left elbow and reach over with that right arm. Really press the hip bones into the ground, sits bones rather. Keep that right arm nice and straight and stretch out that side. Press the right hip into the ground and stretch out the right hip side. And then reach over that left knee, relax your neck and head, stretch out the back. Arm back to center. Place the right hand on the ground. Bring the left arm straight up. Bring those fingers over and slowly start to lean over to the right. Really grounding that right sit bone. Keeping that, left sits bone. Keeping that left arm nice and straight. Those who do yoga with me all the time know I have issues with my right and left. And then reach over that right knee. Bring the head down. Breathe into the back. Every inhale, think about opening the back. Opening the intercostals, the muscles between the ribs. And then sit back up. We're going to walk our hands forward now and just fold over. Wherever is comfortable for you. Go ahead and inhale back up. I'd like you to switch the foot that's in front. Sit up nice and tall and reach forward again. So it's just gonna put a little emphasis on a different hip this time. The other hip's getting stretched. Might not be able to go down as far on the sides, totally fine. generally you'll favor the side. You'll pick the side that's easier. Go ahead and sit back up. Extend the left leg out long. Bring the right heel in toward the pelvic bone. Make sure you flex this left heel. You're going to place the left forearm just on the inside of that left leg. Place your right hand on your waist and kind of pull that shoulder back, really open up the chest here. And then just slowly start to slide down that leg. Still flexing that left ankle, keeping that left leg active, stretching out right in here. It's rather uncomfortable, so just breathe. If we open up the muscles around the spine, create more mobility in the back. And then come on back to center. Bring the soles of the feet together and fold over from here. Let's inhale back to center. Switch sides. Bring that right leg out. Bring the left heel towards the pelvic bone. Make sure that both ankles stay active. You're protecting the knee on this side and you're activating the muscles on this side. So bring your right hand next to the inside of the right leg, left hand to waist, and tip it over. Keeping the body open. It's almost like you're trying to shine those right ribs up to the sky. Head is nice and neutral. Whatever feels comfortable. If you'd rather look down at your knee, it's totally fine. Come on back to center. Bring the soles of the feet together. Sit up nice and tall, open the chest, and fold from the waist. One quick symmetrical stretch. And then we'll switch it out again. Stretching out those legs, especially the inside hamstrings. Again, place the hand on the inside. Place the right hand onto the waist. Come on down. This time, extend the right arm up, tall, straight up. Woo! Feel that stretch on that side. And then if you like, you can bring bicep to ear. Really stretch it out. There's tiny little muscles in between your ribs, and we are definitely opening them up right now. Breathe. Really focus on your breath. Your diaphragm's getting a little squished right now. That's why it's tough to breathe. And then inhale back up. Woo! This time you're going to place both hands on either side of that left leg, keeping it active still. Reach up really tall and think about bringing those right ribs over the left leg. Fairly difficult to do. But that's what you're envisioning and you're channeling. Then you're just going to fold over that leg as far as you'd like to go. Then take the right hand, bring it to the outside. Really get a full back stretch there. Relax your shoulders on your neck and head. No tensing in there. Big breaths. And back to center. This time, let's extend the legs long. Sit up tall. Kind of internally rotate your legs. So you're going to just move the flesh out. Move your butt out of the way of your butt. Inhale the arms straight up. Flex the heels. And then bend from the waist. So no coming over with your back. Bend from the waist. Keep the shoulders open. Chest open. And fold from here. Relax your neck and head. Just make sure that you're not rounding over. It's easier to see from the side. Here to here rather than here. So, reaching over. Keep the back nice and flat. And when you're ready, you can reach a little bit farther down and relax completely. Again, breathing into the back. Come on, back up to center again. Send the right leg out long. Bring the left foot in. That was our symmetrical stretch. Bring the arm next to the leg. Left hand to waist. Tip it over. And then extend that left arm straight up first. Get a good stretch. Woo-wee. And then bring it over. Make sure both ankles are flexed so you're protecting the left knee and getting some action in that right leg. Breathe into that rib cage. Every inhale, just envision your muscles expanding. Inhale back to center. Woo-hoo. I feel longer already. Place both hands on either side of your leg. Sit up really tall. Reach with the crown of your head. Reach straight spine and then twist. Every twist should be a lift and then a twist to protect the back. And then exhale, fold over that leg as much as you can. Really trying to reach those left ribs over that right leg. Then you're going to take your left hand, bring it to the outside of the right leg. Just a little bit more. Really feel this in the back. Upper back. Mid back. Let's bring it back to center. Bring both legs in front of you again. Reach back behind you. Lift your chest up to the sky. My hands are on the ground behind me. I'm just pressing my shoulders back and lifting up to the sky. Then let's reverse that. Bend your knees. I'll just turn around so you can see me better. Bend the knees, clasp your hands underneath, or clasp your thighs, and then just pull yourself away from your legs, pulling your belly button into your spine, chin to your chest, rounding that back out. And then inhale, look up. And exhale, pull it back. Chin to chest, belly button to spine. Opening up the back. All right. Release that, and let's come to a tabletop position. So your shoulders are going to be underneath your wrists will be right underneath your shoulders. Your knees will be right underneath your hips. So you're all lined up here. We'll just do a few cat-cows. Really great for mobility in the spine. So, inhale, drop the belly, look up, shine the chest forward, stretch that throat open. Exhale, pull the belly button to spine, pull the chin to chest, round out that back. Inhale, reverse it. Exhale. Go ahead and do a few on your own breath. Certainly don't have to follow mine. Go ahead and return to center. And just drop the knees over to the right. Stretch out the side of those hips. Inhale back to center. Over to the left. Just creating a little bit of mobility in the spine in a different direction. I'll return back to tabletop and add a little twist. So you're going to place your left hand right in about the center, move it in just a little bit. Inhale the right arm up, try to keep those hips pretty even. Just reach it up, twist. Exhale, hand down, switch sides. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. All right, let's get a little strength movement in here, a little core work. So, make sure that you pull your abs up and in here. I did not wear a tight enough shirt. I really should have. But just make sure that you're not just letting it all loose, letting it all hang down. Really kind of pull in and engage. Tilt the hips so that they're nice and even. So you've got your belly button pulled into your spine and you've got your tailbone dipping down. So you're not here and you're not here. You're somewhere in between, a nice neutral spine. Squeeze your abs, engage your core, and once you're there, extend the left leg out long and pull the abs in again. So you're going to want to dip your back just a little bit, pull it in. Hips are nice and even. So if this hip tends to raise up, scritch it back into place. Then extend that right arm out long. Press the finger pads into the ground. Pull the abs in and hold. Then let's extend the arm out to the side and the leg out to the side. This is optional. If you have trouble holding arm out and leg out, work on that first. Let's return back to center. Hand to the ground, knee to the ground. Neutral spine. Other side. Pull the abs in, engage the core, extend the right leg, and repeat. Pull the abs in, readjust your hips. Make sure that they're parallel to the ground, even, and then extend that left arm out. Reach, reach, reach. Either stay here or bring the arm and leg out to the side. Challenge your balance. Beautiful. Let's go on back to center. Place the hand down. Place the knee down. Plant your hands. I'm going to move up just a little bit. You're going to plant your hands nice and firmly. Bring the knees up. Push the hips high. And push on back into a downward facing dog. So we'll just run through this while you're in this position. Fingertips nice and fingers nice and wide. Really press your finger pads into the ground to take some compression off of your wrists. Now, push your shoulders down your back. Internally rotate those arms so that they're moving this way. Think about your arms moving this way. It's almost as if the eye of the elbow is pointing forward. That will help out with your shoulders. It'll help roll your shoulders back so that your shoulders aren't up right next to your ears, causing a lot of stress on your shoulders and your neck. Roll them back. Push those arms down the back. Push those shoulders down the back. Reach the chest towards your thighs. Hips are high. Squeeze the thighs. And push the heels towards the ground. They do not have to touch the ground. In fact, mine usually don't. It's not a problem, especially if those hamstrings are tight, if those hips are tight. Then you're going to bend the knees until your legs, shins are parallel to the ground. Push those hips straight up, and then bring the heels slowly towards the ground. Again, let's repeat. Down, bend the knees, push the hips straight up, push back, and push the heels straight down. Just helps to widen your downward dog a little bit, create some real space between those discs in your back. Inhale to a plank. Slowly roll it up. Pull the abs in. Slowly roll to a plank. Look forward. And then push it back. Using your core. Pull your abs in. Push those hips high. Push back. About the time your arms start to get tired. Slowly out to a plank. Just like you're a snake. Roll, 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 roll it out. Head comes up last. Push those hips back. Woo! Pull the abs in, roll it out. One vertebra at a time. Push the hips back. We're going to do quick ab work. If you need to come down at any point, you can always come down to a child's pose. Give those hands a little break. If you need to, we're going to work on abs now. Extend that right leg up high, three-legged dog. You're going to come into a plank and bring that right knee into the chest. Hold. Keep pulling those shoulder blades back. Inhale here. Exhale, push it back to a downward dog. This time, Bring the knee, right knee to the right elbow. Hold. Push it back. Woo! Right knee to the left elbow. Hold. Squeeze that core. Push it back. Bring the right foot down to the ground. Other side. Lift that left foot up. Bring it in. Hold. Plank. Push it back out. Big stretch. Bring that knee to the left elbow. Hold. Pull the shoulders down the back. Don't get too squishy. Up. And left knee, right elbow. Nice twist. Hold. This is tough stuff. Push it back. Bring the left foot to the ground. Bring those knees down. Big toes together. Knees apart. And take a break in child's pose. And when you're ready, reach your fingertips forward, come up onto your heels, flex those heels underneath, and then push straight up into a downward facing dog. Reach it back. Then from here, you're going to place your left knee down, bring your right foot forward, inhale the arms up, really press that back leg into the ground. And exhale the hands to that right leg. Drop the hips just a little bit more. Pull the abs up and in and drop the tailbone down. So kind of pull the abs in, but feel a nice stretch in that left hip flexor. That's what we're going for. Then from here, you're going to bring that left arm straight up. Reach, reach, reach nice and tall. And then a little bit of a bend to the right. Pulling those abs in, engaging the core. Come on, back to center. Lift both arms straight up, reach. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat. Bring the right foot back, plank. Hold here. Push the hips high, downward facing dog. Other side. Bring the right knee to the ground. Left foot comes in between the hands. Inhale, squeeze the legs together. Press that back leg into the ground. Up here. Place the hands onto the left knee. And then drop the hips as low as is okay on your back. If you feel it a little in your low back, like you're arching, you can bring the body just slightly forward, but don't bend over that front knee too terribly much. So really kind of just opening up that right hip flexor. Pull those muscles up and in to make the most of the stretch. Then bring that right arm straight up. Reach with your fingertips. Reach, reach, reach. You can always, by the way, put more padding underneath that knee if you need to. Then you're going to tip over to the left. A little extra stretch in there. Come on, back to center. Inhale, both arms up. Little back bend. Exhale, plant the hands. Bring the left foot back to meet the right. Plank. Push the hips back up into a downward facing dog. Then we're going to inhale to a plank. You're going to bring your knees down. Exhale, push back to a child's pose. Inhale, pull the body forward. Plant the toes and the elbows as if you're crawling underneath a fence. Pull forward all the way down. Lower your body to the ground. Inhale up just to a cobra. So really pull those shoulder blades back. Very important. Just scoop yourself back. Pull those shoulder blades back and down the back. This is to avoid any rotator cuff issues. Pulling back and up, and then just a little back bend. If you have any back issues, this is where you'll be. If you have major low back problems, this is where you should be each time we're doing cobra or a back bend up dog. Inhale here. Exhale back down. Inhale. And exhale back up through the knees, hips high, downward facing dog. This time, you're going to bring the right foot up, and we'll just swing it all the way through in between, step it between the hands. If you need to put that right knee down to do so first, you can always haul it up there. It's not a problem. Then, make sure the back leg is lifted. You're pushing back on the ball of that back foot. You're going to drop the hips down. Really important here to make sure that that knee does not go over that right ankle. So if your foot's back here, you need to just pick that foot up, haul it forward. Drop the hips down. You can come up to your fingertips. If you have blocks, this is also a really great place to use them. Here, look forward, pull the shoulder blades back, and think about elongating your spine, creating space in those discs. The back leg is nice and straight. Keep pressing that hamstring up to the ceiling. Drop the hips a little lower. Place that left hand on the ground. Bring the right arm straight up. You can kind of open up that knee just a little bit. Reach to the sky. This is too difficult. You can always put that left knee back onto the ground. Bring the hands back. From here, we're going to come up into a crescent lunge. So, hop the back foot in just a little bit if you need to. We're going to raise up to a standing position. Squeeze the legs together. Inhale the arms up. Perfect. Bring the hands to the hips. Keep pressing back with that left leg. Keep pushing back with that left heel. Now pull the abs in just as we did before. And I'd like you to try to kind of even those hips out just a little bit. So bring the right hip back, left hip forward. If the knee needs to bend just a tiny bit, that back there, that's totally fine. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the hands back. Bring that right foot back. Downward facing dog. Inhale to a plank. Exhale either directly down or on your knees, all the way down to the ground. Inhale to a cobra or an up dog if you want to come up a little higher. Just make sure your shoulders aren't squished forward. Up dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Breathe here. Here we go. Left leg up into the air. Bring that left leg in between the hands. Back leg is straight on the ball of that right foot. And then from here, pull your chest up. So you're not leaning on that left leg with your body. Look forward, pull the shoulder blades back, elongate the spine. So reach back with the heel, pull yourself back, elongate that low back. Make sure that the left knee is directly over that left ankle, so none of this business. And then drop the hips down as much as you're comfortable with. Woo! Squeeze that right quad, get a nice stretch in there. Place the right hand down onto the ground. Inhale that left arm up, twist. Wring out those organs. Bring that left hand back to the mat. And get ready. We're going back up. Squeeze the legs towards the midline. Use your core. Inhale up to a crescent lunge. Beautiful. Good. Keep squeezing. A lot of balance here. And again, pull those abs in. Drop that tailbone down. Squeeze that back booty. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the hands down. Left foot back, downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale to the ground. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just breathe here. Lift up with the elbows. Strange cue. Pull the shoulder blades down. Elongate your spine. Inhale. And on that exhale, walk your feet forward. Fold over. You're going to clasp either elbow with opposite arms and totally relax. You stay where you are. I just want you to be able to see me. See what I'm doing here. So neck and head completely relaxed. Knees can even be slightly bent here or straight. It's totally up to you. Whatever's comfortable on your low back. Crown of the head reaching towards the ground. You're just going to sway left and right like a big elephant trunk. And come back to center. And back and forth. Just to loosen up that low back. Make sure the weight is more in the front of your feet without lifting your heels. Oh. And then relax the arms, bend the knees, pull the belly button in, and slowly roll up, stretching your low back as you do so. Inhale up to standing, and just roll those shoulder blades. Oh, yay. Turn to the top of your mat where you should already be. Bring your hands to heart center. Go ahead and just do Tadasana here. So if you look down, your big toes are closer in. That bony part on your ankles, that's going to be even. Okay, so your heels are just slightly apart in this position. Think about pressing your shins forward, energetically of course, they're not actually going to go anywhere. Pushing your thighs back, really engage the legs. You've got opposite movements happening. Forward with the shins, back with the thighs. Tuck the tailbone down, but pull the belly button in. So you have a nice neutral spine. You're not like this and you're not like this. You're somewhere in between. So belly button's engaged, belly's engaged, tailbone's moving downward. Get up, move up to your shoulders. Relax them, shake them out, do what you need to, so that they're just behind the back. So you're not this, you're not like this, you're just sort of relaxed. They're just floating down your back. Reach with the crown of your head and move your head a little so that your ears are directly over your shoulder blades. This is a tough one for me. So you're sitting up nice and tall, solid from the waist down and just sort of floating and relaxed from the waist up. You're grounded and yet you're reaching up to the sky. Let's inhale here, bring the arms out to the side, inhale. And exhale, fold, bring the arms out to the side, push the tailbone back, nice flat back all the way down to the ground, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back, bring your hands either to the mat or to your ankles, reach the crown of the head forward and the tailbone back. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, jump or step the feet back into a plank. Inhale here and exhale, lower yourself down to the ground. Inhale up. Exhale, downward dog. Let's bring the right foot up, and we're going to bring it in between, plant it between the hands, and then just drop that left heel to the ground. Face this way, so I can face you. Inhale the arms up. We're going to do a warrior two. So you're going to bend in that front knee. Make sure, again, that the knee is directly over that ankle, that you don't have any of this business going on. You do not want to put pressure on that knee at any point in time. So here you are. The key here is to remember to keep pressing that right leg out to the right, internally rotating. So it's as if you're bringing that thigh up to the ceiling. Really internally rotate right there. Pull those abs in, tuck the tailbone down. Think about Tadasana in this stance. Push that back leg back nice and straight. And hold here. Really press the outside edge of that back foot into the ground. Create an arch in that back foot. Shoulders are nice and relaxed down the back. Shoulders will be directly over the hips so you're not leaning forward in any way. There we go. And look over. Your drishti, your gaze should be over that middle finger. Warrior two, strong in the legs. Again, nice and airy in the upper body. Then you're going to bring the right forearm to the right thigh. Lift the left arm straight up and bring left bicep to left ear. Keep internally rotating that right leg. Keep pressing that right knee out to the right. Strong in the legs. Really squeeze those legs, especially that right booty. Keeping the legs exactly where they are. Strong in the arms, fluid, strong in the legs, fluid in the arms. Come on back to a warrior 2. Then place the left hand onto the left thigh. Bring the right arm up and over. Reach. Extended side angle. Press a little more into that front knee because you can. There's not a lot of weight in that front knee. You should be able to press right into it. Inhale, back to warrior 2. We're going to flow a little. So you're going to bring up and over. Exhale here. Inhale, reach it back. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, forward. If you feel this too much in your low back, just don't go back as far. You'll just be here and here. Everyone on return to a warrior 2. Woo! How's that front leg feel? Straighten the leg. Hop that back foot in just a little bit. We're going to do triangle, and that's a shorter stance. Leg is straight. Make sure that front heel intersects with that back arch. Reach forward this time, pushing that back hip back. Nice, nice, nice. And then bring the right hand to the right shin, or a block on the outside of the foot would be great. Lift the left arm up. Triangle. Now, important to keep not how far down you go, okay? It's all about keeping this nice and open and really sort of elongating that right side. So if you feel like you're collapsing too much in the spine, come on back up. Bring that arm up and then reach it back, really open up that left shoulder. Whoop. Inhale the arms up. Use their core. Bend the knee. Cartwheel the arms around. Bring that front foot back. Downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale to the ground. Inhale up. Exhale, downward dog. Few breaths here. Great work. Bend the knees, look forward, hop or step up to the front of the mat, fold it over. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale the arms out to the side, reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands at heart center. Hold here, close your eyes if you can, and just sort of feel the sensations in your body. One side should feel a little bit more lengthened than the other. Stay nice and tall in Tadasana. Focus on your breathing. Let's inhale here and exhale. Inhale the arms up. Open the eyes. Exhale, fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, jump or step to a plank. Exhale, all the way down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up, downward dog, upward dog to downward dog. Blah, 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 blah. Bring the left foot up, place it between the hands, drop that right foot down. Inhale the arms up, warrior 2, facing the other direction. I'm going to just flip. Make sure I can see everything. Okay, so again, same principles apply. Pull those abs in. Drop that tailbone down. Look down at your feet. Make sure you've got arches in both feet. The front heel should intersect with that back arch. Press that left knee out to the side. Internally rotate. Kind of shine that inner thigh up. That will help open the hips. This is definitely a hip opening move, if I've ever seen one. Hold here, sink those hips a little bit farther down. Again, making sure that ankle is, if not behind the knee, over the knee. But just always make sure that you can see your big toe, second toe, third toe. If you can't see your big toe, you need to move that leg a little bit. All right. Shoulders over the hips, arms relaxed, floating in the air. Bring that left forearm to the left knee, palm faces up. Right arm straight up, and then reach it over. So again, opening up the hips here. Keep pressing in with the back edge of that back foot. And then let's reverse it. Bring the right foot, keeping those legs strong and right where they are. Bring the right hand to the right thigh. Left arm up and over. Reverse. Warrior. Beautiful. Let's bring it back. We're going to flow it out. So here we go. Extended siding. Reverse it. Yeah. Back and forth. Strong in the legs. Fluid in the arms. Just keep breathing. And this next one, let's bring it back to a warrior two. Beautiful. Left leg's really working now. Straighten that left leg. Hop that right foot in just slightly. Shorten the stance. 4-hour triangle. Reach forward. Push that right hip back like a street walker. Reach forward with those left fingertips. Elongate that left side. And then place the fingertips down onto either the block or your shin. Bring the right arm straight up. Triangle pose. Beautiful. Look up at your hand or straight in front of you. Or if that bothers you, you can always look down. If it bothers your neck a bit much, it's totally fine. Whatever works. Press that big toe into the ground, left big toe into the ground, to really activate this inner hamstring. And use your core. Inhale, back up. Bend the front knee. Cartwheel the hands over. Bring that left foot back to meet the right. Downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower on down. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's give your back a quick break. Come on down. Bring the big toes together, knees apart, and child's pose. Rest your back here. Just think about opening up the low back. Head to the mat. Just let your belly fall in between your legs here. Just work on being comfortable. Let's reach the hands forward. Flip the toes under. Push the hips up. Downward facing dog. Lift the right foot up. Bring it on through. Place it on the inside of those hands. Keep that back knee up, and then you're going to walk your right foot to the outside edge of the mat. And then drop that knee down to the right just a little bit. If you need to, you can always place that left knee onto the ground. But you're basically just opening up right in here. So you're here or you're here, outside edge of the right foot. Either stay here and drop those hips down a little bit more, or come on down to your knees from here or here. Wherever you are is where you are. Just opening up those hips. And we'll shift a little bit left and right. And then we'll shift right and stay there. Woo-wee. Get a good stretch in those hips. Let's come on back up to your hands. Lift the back knee off of the ground. Bring that right foot back. Downward facing dog. Stretch it back. Other side. Bring that left foot straight up. Exhale it through the hands. Bring it to the outside edge of the mat. Left hand on the inside of the foot. And then drop that knee to the left, coming onto the outside edge of your left foot. Again, right knee is either going to stay up or bring it down. Drop the hips. And then if you'd like, you can come down to your elbows. One elbow, two elbows. Just make sure you're not rounding over too much to do so. If you have a block, this would also be a good place to put your block. And just open up that side. Woo! One side's going to be tougher than the other, I can tell you that. Shift a little left and right, kind of open up that hip. Sacrum as well. Definitely a lot of opening in the sacrum. And then place the hands back onto the mat. Lift that right knee if you haven't done so already. Bring the left foot back. Downward dog. And from here, right foot up again. Place the right foot in between the hands. Hop that left leg in just a bit. So there's maybe 2 feet, foot and a half between your heels. So your left foot is out, about 45-degree angle. So the toes aren't directly in or all the way out, somewhere in between. But the heels are lined up. From here, you're going to inhale up to a flat back. Pull the shoulder blades down the back. Reach forward with the crown of the head. Press the right big toe into the ground, and you should feel it into your right hamstring. If you feel pain behind your knee, just bend that knee slightly, but keep the back leg nice and straight. From here, place your hands on your hips. Inhale up to a true flat back. Woo. Keep your balance. Look at your drishti in front of you. And exhale, fold over that right leg as much as you can. Yowza. Really gonna stretch. Bring your forehead to your right knee. Totally fold over. I feel this one from my Achilles up my calf, into my hamstring, and around into my hip. Again, you can bend that knee slightly. So now I want you to think about evening out your hips. So you're going to push that right hip back, left hip forward. Just keep working it. Right hip back, left hip forward. Right hip back, left hip forward. And then from here, just walk your hands forward. Bring your left foot to meet your right. Either fold over, or if your knees and hips are okay with it, squat down. Look down, chin to, head to knees. Relax the back. Then plant the feet. Slowly roll all the way up. Bring the shoulder blades back. Quick counter stretch. You're just going to bring your hands behind your back. Slowly slide them down the back. Open up those shoulder blades. Pull the belly in so you don't arch your back too much. Nice neutral spine here. And then just open up the shoulders. And you can lift the hands off the butt towards the back wall. Breathe. Opening up the front of the body. And then release that. Hands at heart center. Press through the feet. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold, swan dive down. Nice flat back. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, jumper step back to a plank. Exhale, lower all the way to the ground. Inhale, left dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, other side. Bring the left foot up, in between the hands. And then hop that right foot in. Toes will face about 45 degrees out. Heels will line up. If that's uncomfortable, you can always bring your foot out just a little bit more. And then come on up to a flat back here. Bring the hands to the hips. Inhale up a little bit higher. And really reach forward with the crown of that head. Really reach forward. Extend the spine, and then exhale, lower your belly button onto that left leg. Bring your head to your chin, head to your shin. And exhale, completely fold over. press through the big toe in that left foot, lifting the left arch, but getting it right up into the inside of that leg. Woo-wee. And then shifting those hips so that they even out. Right hip forward, left hip back. Right hip forward, left hip back. Right hip forward, left hip back. Really breathe into those tight spots here. And let's walk the hands forward. Bring the right foot to meet the left. Squat down or just deep bend in the knees, fold. Whichever one feels better. Slowly plant the feet, fold, and roll up. Bent knees, heavy body. Pull the abs into the chest, into the back. Pull the shoulder blades back. Nice big shoulder rolls. And then you're going to step back with your foot. So we're all 10 toes are facing forward. Nice and wide. Bring your hands to your hips. Make sure that you still maintain a sort of Tadasana. So your toes are in just a little bit. Those bones on the ankles are still parallel. Inhale here, lift up with your chest. Exhale, fold it over. Keep those shoulders onto the back. Nice flat back all the way down till you get to the bottom. Then release the hands, release the top of the head to the mat. Fold over. Make sure that your hips and your ankles line up so your butt's not way back, not way forward. The weight's mostly forward towards the front of your feet without lifting your heels. Fold over. From here, I want you to think about opening up that sacrum. So really just lengthening, opening up right in that low back, right in here. Just envision it. Just think about it. Come on up to your fingertips, a little bit of a flat back. If you need to, you can bring those toes out just a teeny bit. You're going to go over the knee. Really press that other leg into the mat. Press that other foot, rather, into the mat, not the leg. Inhale, back up. Other side. Inhale up. Switch sides. Inhale up. Switch sides one last time, keeping this leg straight. Nice stretch in that leg. Inhale up. Bring the toes back to where they were and fold it over again. Clasp your hands behind your back this time. Pull the shoulder blades back. Squeeze the legs. Inhale up to a flat back. Exhale here. Squeeze the legs. Inhale up all the way. And relax the hands. Point the toes forward. Look forward. Jump up to the front of the mat. Ah, we're back. Let's get back down on the ground for our final stretches. Inhale the arms up. Exhale. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. Step it back since we're slowing down to a plank. Inhale here. Pull those abs in. Exhale, bring the knees down. Bring the body all the way down to the ground. Still keeping those shoulders back and those elbows in next to the body. Inhale to a cobra. Press back with those feet. Press those legs into the ground. Exhale. Push it back to a child's pose. Let's go ahead and make your way onto your back. And as you do so, bring those knees into your chest. Rock a little left and right on the low back. Massage out your low back here. Do some circles, one direction, kind of let those arms straighten. Less of a grip than before. And then switch directions. Extend the left leg long to the ground. Pull the right leg in. And really think about pulling those legs apart, stretching yourself apart. And then let's go ahead and twist it over. Take your left hand onto the outside of the right leg. Ground the right arm. Look right if that's okay on your neck. And relax. Come on back to center. Place your right ankle onto your left knee. Either hold here and just scoot that leg in, or reach between your legs, grab your thigh from behind, pull into a pigeon on the ceiling. That's what this is called. Flex that right ankle to get a little bit more of a stretch in that right outside of the hip. And then extend your right leg long, left leg into your chest or out to the out towards your left armpit. And then just relax. And let's twist it over. Keeping that left shoulder grounded, taking the right hand and really pulling the outside of the right and left knee over. Look up or look to the left for a little neck stretch. Full body stretch. Make sure you don't laugh or cough in this position because your back is a little bit compromised. Let's come back to center. Place the left ankle on the right knee. Pull that right leg in. Flex the left ankle. Pull the leg in. Or if that's too difficult, put here. Also, if your head doesn't touch the ground or it's uncomfortable, go ahead and put a pillow under your head. Get comfy. Get relaxed. You should be relaxed in these positions. Let's bring both knees into the chest one more time. Place the feet onto the ground, hip width apart, so the knees are apart, feet are about hip width apart. And then you're going to just cross your right knee over your left knee, like you're sitting in a chair. Arms will be out to the side. And then just drop the legs over to the left. Completely relax the inner thighs. If this bothers your hip, knees, low back, simply uncross your legs. But this is specifically to get a little bit more of a stretch in the low back rather than the mid back. So it's a little different part of the back. Relax the inner thighs, relax the outside of the hip, relax the low back. Come on back up to center. Place the right foot on the ground. Hold for just a minute. Let your sacrum just sink back into the ground before we mix it up again. Go ahead and place the left knee over the right knee. Slowly drop your knees to the right. Look up or look to the left, whatever you did on the other side. Release the inner thighs. Release the outer hip. Release the low back. Soften that entire area. Go ahead and come back to center. Place the left foot on the ground. Bring the knees together and the feet slightly apart so they're a little bit wider than hip width, but not quite to the outside edges of the mat. You're just going to drop both legs over to the right. Inhale them up. Exhale them to the left. So go as quickly or as slowly as feels good on your low back. It's meant to release the sacrum. And everyone come back to center. Bring the feet back to hip width. Bring the arms by your side. Palms will face up. And you're slowly just going to slide those legs down one at a time and then completely release them once you get down there. If this bothers your back in any way, you can always have your knees bent and hold them like this. But flat out is ideal. Pillow can be under your head. And you're just going to relax here. Close your eyes. And think about being really heavy, just sort of sinking into the ground. Timer would be great here. The ideal time here would be 10 minutes, just to relax. Heavy, heavy. Eyes are closed and focus on the space between your eyebrows. Soften that space. Soften your jaw. Relax your tongue. Let your shoulders sink into the ground. And just be still here for as long as you can. And I will see you next time.